Hello everybody, welcome to Sold Exclamation Point. Today we got an annoying little thing about getting a loan. So with the it's not a big deal. It's just one of those things where you're like, oh Lord. So when we did the first line of credit through the for the business, we filled out a form for the IRS so that the IRS could send the bank our income for the last 3 years. No big deal, but it takes like a week. And so they're doing the second line, which is through the home equity in the house. And they're like, hey, we need this form filled out. I'm like, I just filled that form out like 2 weeks ago. And I could maybe use, what you got. And she goes, well, I can't find it. So I sent an email to the banker. And I'm like, hey, they're asking for this form. Could we maybe save a week and just give it to them? So my banker, who's a great banker, he sent a message to the business lending people. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to share it with mortgage. Oh, yeah, it's privacy concerns and all that. It's like, it's my privacy. So these are the things that you have to expect when you're doing any financing through a bank. It's a law or a rule for some reason, and so I'm gonna have to fill out another form and wait another week for it to come back. A little annoying, a little dumb, but these are the kinds of things that may frustrate you. Just know that it's coming. Know that some weird stuff is coming down the pathway. And it won't bother you. That's the same thing with buying a house. When I used to be a real estate agent, there's all sorts of little dotting of I's and crossing of T's, and it's just the nature of buying the house, And so you prepare for weird occurrences to happen when you're doing that. All right, let's get into sales. No real big story. K-Bid auction gonna be at go live on Tuesday. I got like 120 lots so far. We're shooting for 200, hopefully even more than 200. It'll be our best auction yet, and some really, really great stuff in this auction. I'll be sure to let you guys know when it goes live and provide a direct link. All right, first up, I had to write it down. Edgardo Alfonzo, I always forget his name. It's an SGA for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Sold a couple of these already. 19. We got Super Bowl, what does that look like, 32? Package Broncos. I believe Broncos won that one. $11. We got ASU. This one actually has a grease stain on it, so I always note that there's a grease stain on it. But this would normally be $29.99 as my normal pricing, with the all-stone patching. But once we found the stain after we got it back, it ended up going for $22. So we'll make a couple bucks on it, but I would have passed on it had I noticed the grease stain in the store. This is really cool. Division II championship. I always like national championship stuff from Division II and Division III schools. Extremely rare, extremely popular. This one didn't sell. I've had this a while. For whatever reason, it didn't sell quickly, so it was under my old pricing. So that was $23. So that buyer got a great deal. This is really cool. This is a Logo Athletic, right? Yeah, Logo Athletic, but it's the part of the Splash. So if you've seen the Splash snapback hat, this is the sweatshirt that goes with it. I had it priced real high for a while, but it seems like the demand for the sweatshirt of that series isn't as much as the hat for that series. It's something where I could have held out, but I had lowered the price maybe a year ago, so we ended up getting $27 for it. I think in time that's a $50 sweatshirt. It's just, I can't hold stuff and wait for it to appreciate. I have to sell it as I get it. I've never found, I shouldn't say, I found 2 other splashes for other teams, but I've only ever found one Viking. The Smoky Collection got Kevin Hickey off of Line Drive. That would be $8, I believe. And we sold another JSA card. So I did a video of all the JSA cards that I got back from the National. This is the 1998 Bowman. This is the second year. Really beautiful signature on there with the JSA certification. That went for $74. Here's a poster I can show you. This is a fold-out poster from a magazine. A little Michael Jordan, a little paint war there. And Eddie Jones is on the back, so if you're an Eddie Jones fan, that'll work too. That went for $9. What's nice about these are the magazine it came out of wasn't really worth listing, but taking the poster out and just selling the poster and not the magazine, not only will we make more money net because there's no shipping associated to it, but what I sold the poster for is basically what I was sold the magazine for, but now it's a 3-ounce item instead of maybe a 9 or a 10-ounce item, so you save a buck or so on shipping. So there you go. This is actually dead stock, but in not great condition. It wasn't stored very well. My guess is the person who bought this, it was nice and cheap. They're going to restore it, clean it, reshape it, and still have a dead stock hat. And that went for $17. So that's not a super rare hat. It's probably maybe $30 dead stock. So, you know, someone who likes to reshape their stuff and they do it all the time is like, for $13 I'll reshape it. Or they're just gonna wear it, you know, they're not a reshaper at all. Alright, our big sale today is we sold both of our size 8 Las Vegas Golden Knights. What happened was they came in the league and New Era lost the NHL license, and so I believe these were only produced for 1 season, which means supply dried up very quickly. This was part of that size 8 purchase I made. Size 8s are hard to sell. This person who bought this obviously recognized that they're not going to have another chance to get a couple size 8s, most likely. Ended up doing $133 for the 2 hats, even though they are in used condition. They're not in horrible condition, but they show use on the sweatband, one more than the other. But this is one of those things where it's a supply thing. There's no supply. You don't know when New Era is going to get it back. And then what if they get it back and the Knights change their logo? Well, then, you know. So it's a real nice rare hat, and the price is reflected in that. So $133 for the pair. You actually overpaid on shipping a little bit, so we'll be refunding that extra overpayment. Kansas City Chiefs, the 1984 silver anniversary. I have 2 or 3 of these that are silver anniversary. None of them were in great condition. They all have this staining on it, which stinks because these are really cool and kind of rare. So this one, even with the staining and the discoloration and the pinholes, we still got $20 for it. So I think it's probably like a $40 pennant, you know, real clean. This one's nice. It's the 94 NBA Finals. It's got both logos on it. Remember, dual logos are more rare than single logos. So keep that in mind. It's not always the case, but many times it is the case. This one went for $28. So there's a lot of 94 NBA Finals pennants that you can get for $10 or $15. So obviously that dual logo got a premium. And last up, we got this really, really nice 1991 NHL All-Star Game pennant. Just the colors and, of course, the Blackhawks logo. And it's one of my favorite pennants. Not super rare, but I think it's a very popular one. And this one's real nice, too. It's got, you know, it's got your creasing that you have on used pennants, but real clean, no staining, no heavy creases. Just a really, really nice pennant. Hopefully I'll get more of these in over the years. And that went for $33. Maybe that's a little more rare than I thought at that price point. I'm not sure. But I could have sworn I saw a couple listed. Maybe they just listed high. I did notice that NHL All-Star Game pennants are pretty scarce. Not every year, obviously, but you know, more scarce than I was expecting. That is what I got. Let's make sure I got everything. I did. I'm going to get all this shipped out. Get to the post office. The wife's working late today, and the baby wants to go to the park. So I'm going to try to get all that done in the next couple hours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.